Hi, Vibrant friends. It's Vic with Vibrant with Vic, and I'm really excited to be here to share in your yoga practice with you today. So, hello to everyone who is watching live and everyone who is watching the replay. Welcome. So, as you know, Vibrant with Vic combines psychological principles with gentle yoga moves, and we're targeting moves that you can do from your workplace. You can also do this at home. We have a chair back there from the dining room table. So wherever you are, we're going to do some standing. We're going to do a little chair work to just turn inward and tune into our bodies. With psychology and yoga, we like to look at the three centers of the body. So we have the physical body, the mental body, and the emotional body. So let's think about each one of those now. So with the physical body, we can think about that being located in that gut, that intuition center, right? That we often hear speaking to us. So with our physical body, just a reminder that everything I do is merely a suggestion. If it doesn't feel good to you, please don't do it today, okay? You can back out of any pose, or you can go into another pose altogether, doing whatever works for your body today. And remembering that your body yesterday was different than it is today, and it's going to be different than it is tomorrow. And the left side is different than the right side. So really tuning inward and listening to what your body needs. Also, the mental body, right? We have thousands upon thousands of thoughts every day, and oftentimes they don't serve us. So thinking about getting behind all that chatter into that wise mind as we go through class today by working on being more mindful. So mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment on purpose with that non-judgmental awareness. So just noticing as we go through, is that critical observer coming in? And can we invite a more non-judgmental observer to jump on board? And if we do that here on our mats, then we can work to build those neural connections to do that when we move off the mat in stressful times. And lastly, our emotional body. Emotions are just energy in motion. And sometimes we don't want to feel those, but it's so important when we are in a safe space to be able to let those emotions rise up and out. So hopefully now you have a little bit of a safe container and you can process a little bit of those emotions as we go through class today. If nothing arises, that's perfect too. Okay, shout out to Virtual Veg Fest Live. They are having monthly contests at their website. Please go and check them out. Also to Rebel Cheese, they're our sponsors, so please check them out as well. And check me out too. You can see all this information running vic.com. I do individual classes and I do group classes in order to help people tune into those three centers and take these principles that we learned today as we go forth into the world to live a more vibrant life. Okay, so please come into a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. And you can be supported here. You can be supported by a wall. You can be supported by the floor if you want to lay down. Maybe before you lay down, if you want to lay down, making some intuitive movements, moving your neck, moving your body. And you can remain upright or you can lie down, just feeling supported. We're going to start with some breath work and some grounding here. So coming into that comfortable seat, sitting up tall or laying down, whatever feels good to you. Getting a really long spine here, crown of the head up towards the sky. And maybe closing your eyes or casting them gently downward. Turning inward, tuning into what your body needs here. If you're sitting up, maybe considering engaging Mula Bandha, those pelvic floor muscles, and Uddiyana Bandha, those core muscles, just a really strong core here to help support you. Wherever you are, maybe they're dropping their shoulders down away from the ears as we open up that heart space. And with your eyes closed or cast down, just noticing your breath. first, without trying to change it, we're oftentimes in a state of sympathetic nervous system arousal where we're preparing for fight or flight because of all the stressors in our daily environment. So as we notice where our breath is here, maybe we can invite it deeper into the body, slowing it down. And this is something you can do as you go throughout your day. Once you notice there's a little bit of reactivity there, you can invite the breath to go deeper and to slow down, to invite that parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system to jump on board. And as you're breathing deeper here, maybe thinking about these 3 centers of the body. That gut center in the belly, the physical body, the heart space, the emotional body, and that head space, that wise mind. And on the inhale, inhaling the 3-part breath, belly, heart, head. And on your exhale, head, heart, and belly. Inhaling up the body and nourishing all the parts with that oxygen. And exhaling from the crown to the tail. And as you continue to do this with the eyes closed, we'll consider our quote for the day. Ask yourself, what is really important? And then have the courage to build your life around the answer. Ask yourself what is really important, and then have the courage to build your life around the answer. Maybe considering what comes to mind when you hear that quote. Maybe it's something in the belly or the heart or the head. And thinking what speaks to you, what one thing comes to your mind that's important for you? And how might you have the courage to support yourself better around this thing? Maybe it's something you want to have more of in your life, or something that you don't have yet, but you'd like to invite it in. No matter how big or small, maybe considering how you can support yourself in the attainment of this, and maybe noticing in the heart space how that feels. Maybe envisioning yourself having the courage to build your life in the way you want it to be. And keeping your eyes closed or cast downward, let's do a little grounding practice that I like to do at the beginning of class that you can do also anytime throughout the day. First, bringing your attention to your skin and just noticing any sensations on it. Maybe noticing whatever is supporting you, whether it's the ground or a chair. Just really feel into that support. Know that you're supported here. Maybe it's the temperature of the room or where parts of your body are touching other parts. And then bringing your awareness to your nose and noticing if there are any scents in the air around you. And then to your ears and noticing how many distinct sounds you can pick out in your environment. Maybe new sounds that just started, or maybe ones that were there all along, that until you brought this mindfulness awareness to them, you did not even notice. and remembering that non-judgment around whatever you hear, whether it's in the external world or whether it's in your mind. And a few more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, gently fluttering your eyes open and looking around your space, noticing what your eyes are drawn to, maybe picking out colors or textures, or just objects that bring you that strength, that courage to build the life you want. And know that at any time you can bring this object or image or just feeling into your mind's eye, into your heart space to help support you on your journey. Nice. Okay, so let's stand up from wherever you were and let's just shake this out. So just moving intuitively here. Maybe shaking your wrists, maybe shaking out your feet. And then we're going to go into our willow tree to start off with. So our feet are going to be wide here, a little bit wider than hip width distance apart, not too wide. And we're going to start rotating around the hips. You can think about keeping the hip points forward or inviting them to come along, whatever feels good to you in your stretching today. Remembering to breathe. Maybe you want to pick up your heel as you turn away from that way. Maybe you want to tap your body, inviting that fascia, these internal organs to wake up a bit. Noticing what your neck wants to do. And breathing, you're looking great here. And when you're ready, we're going to slow this down, coming out of this pose very mindfully as if the breeze is slowing down on a windy day. Nice work. Shake that out. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come into our mountain here. So really grounding into our feet, maybe considering them having 4 corners, and then really lifting up through the arches, engaging the legs, making sure those joints are stacked, so hips are over knees or over ankles. Spine is long, pelvis is tilted just a little bit to get that long spine, engaging Mula Bandha, engaging that core, opening up that heart space, maybe opening your hands towards the front of the mat a little bit here to encourage that opening. Crown of the head towards the sky, maybe tucking the chin slightly. Really thinking about this alignment here. Maybe closing your eyes and engaging all of the muscles in your body. Not straining here, a balance between effort and ease. This is a balanced pose with our eyes closed. Your eyes can be open if that feels better for you. Building strength. Feeling that strength coming up from the ground to support you. And on the next inhale, we'll raise the arms up overhead and exhale, swan dive forward and hang here in our back. Maybe bending our knees, one knee and then the other, maybe shaking our head yes and no. Really releasing here. You might want to take your hands and put them in your elbow creases. Whatever feels good to you. Bringing that mindfulness awareness to your legs and inviting them to relax and to your back and neck, but having no judgment if they don't want to. Just bringing the breath to tight spaces and feeling how you're nourishing your body just by stretching it here today. And when you're ready, dropping those hands down, we'll inhale to halfway lift, making contact somewhere with your legs, just not on the knees. Long back here, 90-degree angle with your legs and your back. And we'll exhale, forward fold. And then bending your knees as much as you need, root to rise, inhaling up, up, up into your slight back bend. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Nice work, shaking that out. So from here, we will do a little bit of side stretches and incorporate a little bit of balance into that. So coming back into our mountain shape, we'll inhale the arms up and we'll exhale, dropping the left arm down, reaching up and over with the right, really grounding into that right foot. Here, it might have a tendency to lift up as we bend farther to the side. It's not about how far over you get, it's about lifting up and out. Maybe looking up towards that hand that's raised, inhaling up and exhaling to the other side. Thinking about that alignment, pressing into that left foot, reaching up and out with that left hand and inhaling up. We'll do 2 more, one on each side. At your own pace. And when you're ready, inhaling the arms up into that slight back bend, squeezing those glutes, and exhaling the hands to heart center. Staying where you are here, this time we will ground in to the left foot, inhaling the arms up and reaching that right foot in front and over. And then we will lean over to that left side. Maybe it's available to you to grab that right wrist with the left. And this is a balance. We call this banana asana, like a banana shape. Nice work. So it's a little bit of a balance, a little bit of a stretch. Inhaling up, exhaling, release, shaking that up. And we'll come to the other side, grounding into that right foot. We'll inhale the arms up. We'll exhale, crossing the left foot over, maybe grabbing that left wrist with the right hand and leaning over to the right side. Maybe you want to look up a little bit in this. Want to close your eyes for a little bit more balance challenge. Breathing here. Nice work. Coming up mindfully and shaking that out. Good job. Okay, let's spread our feet wide here. Put our hands on our hips. Really think about that pelvis tucking under just a little bit, not locking out the knees. Feet are parallel to the sides of the mat. We'll inhale up. We'll exhale, forward fold here. And notice how hanging in ragdoll here feels different when we have our feet spread wide. You might want to take them wider or bring your stance in a little bit more, whatever feels good to you. Your hands don't have to reach the floor, just moving side to side here. Maybe interlacing your hands with your elbows. Releasing that head, releasing the legs and back. Excellent job. Dropping the hands to the earth, walk them over towards the left side and leg a bit here. So you're feeling that stretch. Maybe your hands are just on your hips or on the leg if the ground is not available to you. Breathing. Excellent. Crawling over to the other side, straightening the other leg. Maybe using that pressure just not on that knee joint, or maybe coming down to the ground or a block. Excellent. And maybe you want to go back and forth just a few times before we come up. Noticing that stretch. Nice job. Okay, so gently rising up, hands on the hips, and shaking that out. Nice work. Coming to sit on your chair, the edge of the chair here. Really sitting up tall. Maybe you want a blanket or a cushion to help those hips tilt a little bit forward. We'll ground into that left foot and we'll bring the right knee into the body. Taking a few deep breaths here. Let's move that right ankle one direction and then the other. Nice job. And then we'll invite that ankle to cross over. So just making sure that you've cleared the foot. You're not on the foot here. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe inviting the knee towards the ground, not by pressing on it, but a little invitation higher up. Breathing here. And we'll inhale the arms up and we'll exhale and twist to that right side. So sitting up nice and tall in this twist. Inviting your neck to get involved as much as it wants. Maybe thinking about if your shoulders can move a little bit farther away from your ears. Breathing. You all are doing wonderfully. Inhaling up. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Great job. We'll shake that out. Sitting up nice and tall again. This time we are going to inhale and exhale that left knee into the body, gently inviting it over the right leg, flexing that right foot, making sure that you've cleared the foot there. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe inviting that raised knee a little bit more towards the earth. Breathing here. Nice job. Inhaling those arms up, reaching for the sky, and on the exhale, we'll twist over to that left side. Noticing if this feels any differently than the other side. Just being really curious here. Breathing. Excellent. Inhaling up and exhaling, hands to heart center. Nice work. Mindfully coming out of that pose and just shaking it out and noticing if there are any movements that your body wants to make intuitively before we close out the practice. Just moving and tuning into your body if there's anything else that you would like to do now. Being mindful, a few deep breaths as we do so. I'm going to grab my bell here so I can lead you into our last few minutes together. So now coming into a comfortable place, wherever that looks like for you. If you want to lie down as we do our final relaxation, or if you want to sit, making sure you're supported, sitting towards the back of the chair now, or with a wall behind you, something that you can really feel the support in of your body. And closing your eyes or casting your gaze downward if that feels better to you, and going back inside the body. And we're going to relax as if a wave of stress that's in our body now is just washing out. So bringing your attention to the top of your head and letting any stress that's there melt down your face, down the back of your skull, down the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, the front of your neck. Any tension being held in your shoulders just glides down your arms, past your wrists, palms and fingers, out to your space. And then bringing your attention one more time back up to those shoulders that hold so much stress, inviting them to gently glide down the back. That heart space opens and softens along with the rib cage and the belly. And then one vertebra at a time, from your upper back to your middle back to your lower back, relaxes. Your pelvis releases, and any remaining tension melts down your legs, past your ankles and feet and toes, and releases out into the environment around you. And then doing a scan one more time of your body to see if there's anywhere that's still holding any tension or stress, and just inviting that area to release and relax, maybe with your breath, maybe with your wise presence of your thoughts, and just noticing if it doesn't want to. No judgment, just letting it know, I hear you, I see you, and I can be here with you. And then remembering just to ask yourself what is really important, and then have the courage to build your life around the answer. We'll go into just 2 minutes of silent relaxation where we work on tending the mind and just noticing any thoughts that come in and not attaching to them, but just recognizing them and letting them go like clouds in the sky on a windy day. And coming back to a focal point, whether it's your breath or maybe a word or phrase that can help support you on this journey of courage. I'll ring a bell to take you into this silent relaxation. I'll ring a bell to close out the class. No need to rush. I'll gently guide you out when it's done. Gently bringing yourself back to this place, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. If you're lying down, you might want to roll over to one side. and pause. But wherever you are, maybe you want to thank your body for all it was able to do today and thank yourself for just showing up. When you're ready, coming to a tall, comfortable seat to close out the class. And we'll inhale the arms up, reaching for the sky once more. And on the exhale, we'll slowly lower the hands down the midline, pausing at the forehead as a reminder to think kind thoughts. Down to the lips as a reminder to speak kind words. And to the heart space as a reminder to do kind deeds, not just for others, but most importantly for yourself. It's my wish that you and all beings everywhere are happy, healthy, safe, and free. And until we meet again, I wish you so much peace. Thank you so much for sharing your yoga practice with me today. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope to see you again soon. Please check out Vibrant with Vic. Reach out to me, and Virtual Veg Fest Live wants to see you on their website. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.